look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead, hoping to come out of the gates strong. There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. And tonight it'll be the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed and letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, D.A. Clark, great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball-handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time, because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. And it's Jordan in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here is Gallinari. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Philadelphia.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
And taken away by Paul. Gallinari attacking, and Gallinari throws it down.
You know, this is why they trust Paul to run the offense. I mean, he's so good at getting the ball to guys on time and on target.
Here's Irving. 14 points from him the last game against the Magic in Orlando. Now the pass to LeVert. Back to Irving. Puts up a 3. No good there. So the Thunder will take it the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Got a piece of it. From the arc, nailed from three-point land.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Now here's Paul. 8 points his last outing. Passes to Gallinari. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. 5 on the clock. LeVert grabs the miss.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now here's Paul. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Gallinari against Irving. 6 feet out. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got 6. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Durant. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ferguson. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. The fourth spot held by Steven Adams.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Kept alive. Here's Jordan, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Right around the halfway mark, and some players starting to feel a little bit beat up, taking those bumps and bruises. Is it hard to decide which injuries to play through versus the ones that make you sit and miss a game?
You know, I don't think so. If you're a younger player, it may be a little more difficult, but as you've spent time in the league, you know your body. You understand what's an ache and a pain and something you can play with, or an injury that really hampers you. So I think as you mature in the league, it becomes much easier to know what's an injury and what's something that you can work through.
That word tolerance becomes pretty important, doesn't it?
Yeah, and everybody's a little different in that regard, Kevin. Some guys have a high tolerance, others have a low or moderate. But again, it's about knowing your body.
Here's Irving. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Jordan dishes to Irving. And a wide open look for Jordan. Thunder with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Well, you said it. I mean, often it's the teams that are in the middle of the pack in their conference which more accurately show the conference's strength than a team at the top or the bottom. At least that's how I like to look at it.
Now, here is Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Over in the corner, Paul misses the 3. Nets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Irving. Gallinari with the rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in guys too. Rodion Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you've got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
And he makes the first. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
A chance now to see the numbers for Paul. How last month turned out for him, averaging 12 points, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Now here's Jordan. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Orlando.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Shot clock at 3. They get the rebound. Durant, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Paul goes in. Here's Adams over Irving. Adams trying to free himself up. And Paul with the basket on the assist by Adams.
And he's so aggressive offensively. I like his assertiveness. CP3 not taking 1 second extra to pull the trigger once he gets the pass.
Now here is Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Pass to Ferguson. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Left side, Adams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone, just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. LeVert with the wide open look and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Ferguson. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. Brooklyn with the ball. Paul with the steal. Ferguson, the pass to Paul. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by LeVert. Here is Durant, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Robertson kicks to Muscala. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
So he gets them both. Clark, you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Harris has got it all tied up now for the Nets. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Schroeder looking over the floor. Here's Noel. Allen with the rebound. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Irving. That's good from Schroeder. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a sixth-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Schroeder against Dinwiddie. To the left wing. Here's Baisley. Here's Noel. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Harris passes to Claxton. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. And the Nets lead by 1.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Dinwiddie against Schroeder. Passes it to Robertson. Schroeder outside. Pass to Muscala. Over Claxton. Oh, that's blocked. Stolen away. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And that one is off. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Now here is Harris, defended by Robertson. Chandler with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just 5 on the clock. That one falls. Now it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Boy, he makes it look so easy. Dinwiddie gliding around the court and spraying those jumpers.
Robertson dishes to Muscala, and the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Schroeder, and Allen with the block.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce.
Chandler, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Thunder haven't yet missed a free throw, 5 for 5.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
That free throw missing. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
That one misses.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Harris looking it over. Pass to Chandler. Shoots over Schroeder. Chandler, no good.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Schroeder passes to Robertson. And the pass to Baisley. Here's Muscala. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That one drops. He ties it up. 1 second left.
Whoa! He got it in.
How about that? Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 3. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Thunder. Noel is out there with Mike Muscala. Then there's Andre Robertson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Baisley in at the small forward. First one falls for him. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state, and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Here's Baisley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Muscala. And it's Schroeder in the corner. No good on the triple. Nets leading by 5. Dinwiddie kicks to Chandler. off target with his three. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Now, Dinwiddie. He had 16 points in the win against Orlando.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Now, here is Muscala. Noel passes to Baisley. Now, here's Robertson. Clock at 6. And it's Schroeder in the corner. It's deflected.
Well, it's rare to see a block shot from a perimeter player like Dinwiddie, but good job that time.
Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jared Allen.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The Thunder have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Harris outside. Here's Dinwiddie. And he makes good on the layup. Dinwiddie's got 7 points in the game.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
Baisley passes to Robertson. Now here's Noel, guarded by Harris. And here is Muscala. He has 5. Here's Robertson. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Harris. Nets leading by 3. On the wing, Chandler. All alone. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Chandler's got his first basket of the night.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, Chandler's so good at recognizing when he should shoot off the catch.
Here's Schroeder. It's tipped. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Nets with possession here. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the middle. Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Schroeder.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
Here's Chandler. He averages about 5 points a game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Here's Baisley, guarded by Harris, and he gets it to go. Baisley's got his second basket.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
It's the Nets now, and at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
Baisley passes to Schroeder, and Chandler sends it back, and he gets it back. Clock at 4. They get it back, and it's Noel missing.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's Schroeder with the drive. He gets it in there.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Clark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing. Nobody near Irving. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Oh, the lob to Gallinari.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Outside Irving. Passes it to LeVert. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Adams. Pass to Ferguson. To the inside. Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
And KD just keeps coming at you with that jumper. There isn't anything you can do except hope he goes cold.
Paul against Irving. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Paul with the steal. And he uses the glass on the layup. Paul's got the lead up to 6 now for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Irving. He has 5. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. That's tipped. Paul with the steal. Gallinari attacking, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Jordan. Gallinari making his last shot. Jordan kicks to KD. Lays it up off the glass. KD's got 11 points.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Pass to Adams. Wide open look. Again, Oklahoma City.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, trailing here by 8. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Now here's Paul. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Nets trail by 6. Here's Irving. And there's the pass to LeVert. Here's Jordan. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. 6 to shoot. Durant. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Adams.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Durant for 3.
And haven't really been that sharp from beyond the arc, and they're only getting worse as we get closer to halftime.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. On up the court. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
Now here's Paul. Passes to Ferguson. Pass to Adams. And stolen by Prince. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's the floater. And he comes up with the deuce. Now just a 2-point Oklahoma City lead.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams taking his time here. Just 5 to shoot. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Durant against Gallinari. Ferguson for 3. The rebound by the Nets. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets. Paul against Irving. Paul with the ball. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. They need this one. Second chance shot. Basket good. Adams has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Durant. He's got 13. Ferguson with the rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City.
In the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
Here's Paul, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Paul outside. Pass to Gallinari. Over Prince. Here's Adams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Taurean Prince. For Oklahoma City, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Throw good, Adams. Brooklyn making some changes. Allen's checked in for Prince, and Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And so Adams nails both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Outside Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's just the height, the length coming into play there. No one stopping Durant.
Oklahoma City's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Durant with the steal.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here. No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Schroeder against Dinwiddie. Here's Paul. Excellent D there from Allen.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, obviously it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
See how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, I love that they were forceful at their offensive end. They got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Nets with the lead. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. And it's Jordan in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Paul with the ball, guarded now by Irving. Adams' shot is good. Here's Irving. Outside Durant. Baseline try. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A moment here to see the stats for LeVert. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 12 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. Thunder trailing by 4. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Paul passes to Adams. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Down low. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 6 points.
Boy, a tough, gritty, smart point guard. Paul isn't at all intimidated by a little contact.
The pass to KD. Shoots the 3. The Thunder pull it in.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Prince kicks to Irving. Hits it from 3-point range. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Adams finds Paul. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Chris Paul's so good at working for his points. Even if the defense is on his back, challenging him, he still finds a way to finish. Well, you know, sometimes I think we just take for granted how outstanding a passer Chris Paul is nowadays. I mean, this guy's averaged just under 10 assists a game for his career. Really one of the best point guards to play the position.
One shot.
And we are talking about Chris Paul and his assist totals. His career numbers, Clark, are among the elite.
Yeah, they are. And it's clear he's been outstanding for a long time. But he admits that he doesn't think he'll catch the record of John Stockton. But if he can stay healthy for a few more seasons, there's a really good chance he could end up in the top 5 all-time in assists.
And on the way from Irving for 3. On the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
That evens the score. Gallinari's got 16 points.
would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now Irving. He's got 12. With some arc, and the layup good by LeVert. LeVert's got his first points of the night.
Boy, the versatility of LeVert showing you he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve and a bunch of shots to choose from, too.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ferguson, guarded by Prince. Shot from the low block, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Paul. That shot off the mark. Prince with the defensive effort. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. No good from Irving. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Ferguson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good, so both teams making some changes here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Nets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Harris passes to Jordan. Kicks to Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now here's Chandler. Jordan trying to free himself up. Chandler's shot good. And the Nets lead by 2.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Paul passes to Muscala. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And here's Harris from the arc. It's good from long range. And now a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Now here's Paul. He's got 9. And here is Muscala. Pass to Ferguson. Shot clock at 5. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Ferguson's got 7 points.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's Irving. He's got 12. And it's Jordan to top the key. He kicks to Harris. The tray. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, Harris shows great competitiveness in answering the opponent's 3 with the payback 3 of his own.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Robertson. From 7. Muscala misses. Brooklyn leading by 5. Irving passes to Chandler. Goes back up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Allen's checked in for the Nets. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Kyrie Irving. Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Terrence Ferguson. Free throw good, Wilson Chandler.
A versatile forward with a really nice, well-rounded all-around game. I mean, Chandler plays with great energy on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Paul. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to Muscala. From outside the arc, Oklahoma City gets it back. Here's Noel. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, it's really not hard to see why Noel is seen as one of the better rebounders in the game. He really uses that great length of his to get to a lot of missed shots.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Good work there as it goes. And now it's just a 4-point Nets lead.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Jordan inside. He's covered by Muscala. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. KD can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Nets have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Dinwiddie attacking. The feed to Jordan. Another shot. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got 5 rebounds tonight. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Paul for 3. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. Muscala. It's good. This game is all even. Muscala's got 7 points in the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Oklahoma City?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Now here's Schroeder. 13 points in the game. Noel with it. From 8. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Well, there's nothing like being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard. Reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
Net shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. It's stolen by Schroeder. Throws it up high. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. He dishes it to Durant. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. He can't get that one. And the Thunder going the other way now.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Prince is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. And it's Gallinari in for Chris Paul. Now here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. There's the dish to Durant. And Adams sends it back. They recover it. Here's Harris. The Thunder pull it in. Noel's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 9th in free throw percentage, 11th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time.
Shooting 2.
Throw good, Adams.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Robertson. And he makes the first but misses the second. Nets trail by 3. On the wing, Harris. 9 points in the game so far. Back to Dinwiddie. Shot from 16. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points. Now Dinwiddie, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Passes it to Durant. Teardrop shot, and that time also a missed shot.
The tough shots aren't going down for him right now, but neither are the easy ones. I mean, he's got to find the rhythm somehow.
They get it again. Oh, what a finish!
My goodness. That is remarkable athleticism by Noel, really putting on a show with his fancy dunking abilities.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. And stolen by Noel. Gallinari outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the Nets making a change here. LeVert's checked in. So he gets them both. Here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. It's stolen by Schroeder. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's sent back by Allen. But they recover it. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now here's Durant. 15 points in the game. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
Prince, that's for 2. That shot misses. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so here is Oklahoma City. It's a 10-point game. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander pair up in the backcourt. Noel is out there with Gallinari, and it's Adams in at the 5. Home in the paint. And it's Gallinari missing. Net shooting 41% for the game. LeVert in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. The Thunder leading by 10. Schroeder outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Elbow shot. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. Schroeder against Dinwiddie. And the pass to LeVert. Launches it. Allen trying to break free. No good on that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Oklahoma City. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Dinwiddie against Schroeder. Here's Prince. Adams, some nice D. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. It's Schroeder with the drive. Misses from close range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now Schroeder following Durant's three-point attempt. Schroeder kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Schroeder. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Now LeVert. Gallinari covering. LeVert the pass to Allen. And stolen by Noel. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Irving's checked in for the Nets. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Ferguson's checked in. And he sinks the second. Nets trail by 13. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Irving against Schroeder. Out to the right wing. And it's sent back by Allen. And he recovers it. The offensive rebound. Adams. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Here's Ferguson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Allen. The Thunder making the shot. From downtown. Offensive rebound. LeVert. Chalk up 2 there.
And, you know, we've talked about LeVert's vertical before, guys, and they're using it to be a force on the glass.
Here's Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. Inside. Here's Gallinari. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Now here's Allen. Durant for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
The Thunder leading by 10. Schroeder with the ball. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now the pass to Gallinari. Over Prince. And it's Gallinari missing. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
The Thunder shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. The fader. Here's Adams. Passes to Ferguson. That one, no good. Excellent D there from Allen.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Prince kicks to LeVert. Outside Durant. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Nets trail by 10. Now Irving. Durant down low. Here's Allen. Right side Durant. And finally they hit one. Durant's got 20.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Ferguson. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Now here's Durant. Prince outside. Pass to LeVert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline J on the way. Off the left rim and out.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
And it's sent back by Allen. Here's Prince. The Thunder pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Ferguson, the pass to Gallinari. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable score.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steven Adams.
He's kept a lot of their possessions alive with his work on the offensive glass. You can't measure what that kind of effort means to a team, not just in terms of the second chances those rebounds create, but also for the example it sets.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Takes the 13-footer. Ferguson misses. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
Gallinari inside the three-point line. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game. And here's Irving. There's the pass to LeVert. Back to Irving. From deep. And he's good on the 3-ball.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Oklahoma City. 3-point lead. Paul is doubled. Stolen by LeVert. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And then Durant with the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 13 points for Steven Adams.
Well, I love the pass-first nature of Paul's game. So good at setting up his teammates and endearing himself to them because of it.
Irving against Paul. Passes it to LeVert. From 15 feet away, the Thunder pull it in. Ferguson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Shoots from the high post. Thunder with the rebound. Ferguson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Looking to end his cold spell, and he sinks the layup. Ferguson's got 4 this quarter.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Nets trail by 5. Here's Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Now here's Paul. One Gallinari kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
And KD the bucket on the assist by Irving. Now just a 1-point Oklahoma City lead. Here's Paul. 1:37 left here in the 4th quarter. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. .131 left in the fourth. Prince dishes to Jordan. Gallinari against KD. Irving for three. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. KD's got his 7th assist in the game. 1:20 left in the fourth quarter. Paul against Irving. Pass to Ferguson. Doesn't go for him. Prince with the defensive effort. And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Brooklyn.
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one. It's led to an abundance of second chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second chance points.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots. That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Irving against Paul.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
On the wing, Irving. It falls!
And you got to admire Irving in these situations. Doesn't let pressure overwhelm him. In fact, he embraces it.
Paul finds Adams. Good D by Jordan.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
You just got to be so careful when guarding Durant, because if you put him on the line, he's going to make you pay.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
.15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Temple, defended by Robertson. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you were active at both ends today. How did you get yourself going?
I think it was just us trying to come out and win a game at home. We know how important these are. Every game that we play is important, so we just got to keep it going.
And you protected the home court well, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.